Stacy's Homestead, and we're still pickling eggs. So this is our third round, and this time I'm going to be taking my leftover homemade concoction barbecue sauce I got from the Ball book. I just put two of their sauces together, and I did it with the sausage and eggs we made earlier. So I have a good amount left, and so we're just going to pour those over the eggs. Any sauce you want. You can do the red hot sauce that people use from, I think it's called Frank's Red Hot Sauce. You can do that one. You can do your own, any kind of hot sauce you want, or just vinegar. But that's what we're doing. So we're just going to be putting them in the jars and putting some onion in it and water bathing it. So we're water bathing this because we are not adding meat to it. I won't water bath eggs and meat because meat you have to do meat times when you shelf stable things. So that would just ruin the eggs. So eggs by itself, you can do 15-minute water bath. So that's what we'll be doing. Okie dokie, let's get started. Alrighty, so we have a few jars here, and then we have a whole pot, half a pot left of the sauce we made. And what this is any barbecue sauce, and then, or hot sauce you want, and then you I put a cup, no, sorry, I made a bigger batch. So I did 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. I used my homemade apple cider vinegar in here. And then I did 3 cups of white vinegar. And then I did 3 cups of the hot sauce. And you can put more hot sauce or less, but basically it's like I'm doing like a 70% vinegar to hot sauce ratio. So, and then we're gonna add a little bit of salt to each jar and some onion and peppercorn. So I'm gonna put this on the pot, on the stove. So I'm gonna put this on the stove to cook and get nice and warm. So we have our lids all ready to go. I have one brand new jar, so we're using a regular flat lid, and the rest are going to be Tattlers. And we got boiling water we're adding, so let's add boiling water to it, and then just let that sit to soften up those gaskets while we start layering. Okay, so now I have some green onion we're using today because I think it'll look pretty in the jar. So we're gonna go ahead and cut those up real fast. If I can, and y'all know I have a hard time finding knives. Goodness. Okay, here's a knife. Found it. All right. So we're gonna cut this, and look at what we have here. We have some roots. You know what I do with this is I leave about this much, and I put it in a basket right here, and we're gonna go plant these in the garden, and they will grow. And what then you do is you don't pick them and harvest them. I had a bunch of them, and then my chickens found their way to it. They got in my front yard on accident, so now they're gone. So I have to redo it. But what you do is you put them in the garden, and then you don't pull them. Don't ever pull them out. You just cut them, leave them in the ground. Cut them as you need them, and they just get fatter and fatter and bigger and keep on growing. You don't have to pull them by the roots. So that's what you do, just replant them. Alright, so because we only have 4 jars here, I only think I have enough eggs over here for maybe 4 jars. We might have more, so we'll see. I have an extra jar here just in case. Alright, so we're going to just chop up some of these onions, make them a bit bite-sized here. So we can have them with our pickled egg when we fish them out. That looks good. A little wilted in there. We don't want that. Okay, so we got the onion all cut up. Alright, so let's just start adding this stuff. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3. I always start in threes. 1, and the eggs are beautifully perfect. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And when you're water bathing, remember, you want to just not have any mistakes for bacteria to get into. That's why I do that. 1, 2, 3. So you want it to be nice and smooth. And I try to have like the most perfect eggs for, I can get 4 in here. For water bathing. That way you minimize your chance of bacteria entering in the center. So yeah, on the wide mouths I can get 4. Oh, you know what? I could probably get 4 right here too. Just, no, then a little bounce around and play basketball. Oh yeah, look, I got 4 in there. Alright, we do 4 at the bottom. And then we'll do some onion. And then we'll do more. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3 again just to see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now see, I have a little nick here, and that's okay because it's not deep. It's just on the top. 1, 2, 3, and put some more onion in. 1. I'm gonna have to get more to chop up real fast. Hold on. Alright, let's get some more to chop up. Okay, let's chop this up real fast. Save this a little bit for the garden. Alright, so we get some more onion in here. And then add more. We'll do 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Because I'm running low on eggs. That's why I'm just doing 3. We want to make sure we have enough for each jar. And I do 1, 2, 3. So I probably could put like 2 more in each one. Okay, so I grabbed a couple more that I had in the fridge. So we got 1, 2. Alright, since I have more space at the top, we're going to just add regular onion too, because I like the onion in it. So we're going to add some, shake this in here, get them down. We're going to shove the top with more onion. There we go. Yeah, let's put the top in with more onion. Lots of onion, because onion's always good. I have a lot of onion, so I have plenty onion in here. Just cut this in half right here, and let's just put the whole top. Okay, so we're just pushing as much onion as we can in the tops. Give it a nice onion flavor to it, as well as some pickled onions. Yeah, let's fill the whole top with onion. That's delicious. Put more in. Put more in. This is good stuff. And then when we open it, we'll have plenty of pickled onion. I still have jalapenos, but this is already spicy enough. I don't want to add jalapenos. You could add jalapenos to it. It'd be just pretty good. Alright, now we're going to add the rest of this green for color. The green onion in there. Alright. My dog's whining because he's in heat and he's locked away from, or he's in heat. My girl dog's in heat. And my male dog is locked away from her and he's whining. So that's all he does is whine. Alright. That's it. And now we can get our brine poured in here. So let's get the brine. Oh no, I got vinegar. Alright, the brine is heating up. Oh, it's pretty warm. That's good. We can put our brine in. Let's get this. Okay, so we got our brine. And let's just pour it in. Pour it in each one. I almost forgot to add the salt. You gotta add salt because eggs need that extra salt to even grab the flavors here. So let's add some salt. Alright, we're gonna do like a palm full of, I'm using pink Himalayan salt because that's what I like. You can use any salt, just don't use iodized salt. Iodized salt ruins the flavor. I mean, ruins the coloring. Really. That's all it does. So it doesn't do anything else except for ruin the coloring, as far as I know. So that's why they say use pickling salt. And pickling salt is all it is just salt without iodine. Alright. Oh, let's add some peppercorn. I have a little bit of peppercorn left from the other day. We'll add some of that. There's that. Okay, a little bit more brine to this one. 1 inch headspace for tattlers. You can get away with less for flats. For these are called flats if y'all didn't know, the regular metal lids. All right. Okie dokie, now let's just wipe it down with vinegar. Okay, so I got some vinegar on the rags, and you can do hot water too, you don't have to do vinegar. But see, a little bit of red came off on the edge. So that's why I use different pieces. I use little pieces, that way I don't accidentally go over with the same yucky one. And I just flip it the sides around. And then also, because I'm doing tattlers, I want to do it again with hot water. Just to be on the safe side. I want to eliminate any possibility for error, because those things are finicky. You have to do it just perfect. Okay, so let's put our lids on. I got my tongs here. Let's do the metal one first and get that done. And you just put those on, the metals on, just regular fingertip tight. And then it's basically the same thing with the tattlers now. So it's fingertip tight with tattlers as well. Just not as tight as you would do the flats. So I'm putting it in my water bath canner because it's ready to rock and roll. The water's warming up and getting hot. And let's get we'll do this tattler lid. I like to put my rings in my water too. Put it on. center it. Put your finger there, hold it. 1, 2. I only got 2 turns. So usually you get 3, so this one might be a little rough. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let me make sure I don't have 2 gaskets because that just didn't seem. If you're not going to get 3 turns, make sure it's probably just either the ring or you have 2 gaskets. So you should be getting at least 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. All right. Do the next one. And if you don't have any seal, when you're using tattlers, that's fine. You just put it in the fridge. Can't really debubble on these things, so sometimes it helps just to bounce them around. There. Alright. Put the lid on. Center it. Make sure it's centered. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's. And then just turn it fingertip tight, just a little bit looser than you would on a flat. They're pretty much the same as a flat, just not as snug at that end point. Alright, so put this on. Center it. Turn. And there we go. Now remember, with the flats, you just do it fingertip tight. And that's it. You don't have to worry about them. But with tattlers, you have to do it to just before, like right at that fingertip tight. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, turn, and then just go till you start feeling it where it's gonna be that at the resistant point. Just a little turn. So we got our eggs in the water bath canner over here, and I'm gonna lower them in, and then once it comes to a rolling boil, then you start your timer for 15 minutes. You gotta make sure the water is at least 2 inches over your jar. You can be more, it just can't be less. Alright, so we'll get back to you when they're all done. Alright, so we're gonna start taking our jars out of the water bath now. Okay, let's start with the tattler ones first. Bring that over, I'll show you. Looks real pretty. There's this one. There we go, that's all of them. So this is a regular flat, so we don't have to do anything with this one. We can just set this down and let it cool down to seal. We do have to, however, tighten these ones. So let's move this over so I have room to tighten them. So because they're tattlers, they need to be tightened as tight as you can get them after you take them out. There. And let's see if they seal. Okie dokie, y'all. Well, that's how you do the pickled eggs in hot sauce, water bath style. So I'm pretty sure they all sealed. I see I've showed you in other videos. You can go check those out. But you usually know with tattlers, they start concaving, and then you'll see water droplet shadows on the inside in the very center. So, and these three are doing the same. And that's it. Alright, so that's all I have for pickled eggs now. So we'll just catch you on the flip side. See ya.